guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, my name is Brittany and I film videos based around the paranormal and mythological beings. So if that's something that you think might interest you, quickly go ahead and click that subscribe button. And we are actually going to be talking about zodiacs today. So today we're actually going to be talking about Virgos, which that's what I am. And if you guys want me to do your zodiac, make sure to comment what you are down below. And if you think that any of these things fit you, then make sure to comment that down below if you are a Virgo like me. So without further ado, let's talk about Virgos. So the first thing is Virgos are said to change their mood like crazy. Little things tend to bother them, and they might not say it right away, but their looks definitely give it away, which is exactly how I am. I will get very quiet, and I will just look annoyed. So I think that's fairly accurate. A Virgo is so some of these things do repeat a little bit, so I'm sorry if I do repeat myself. So a Virgo is most known for their defensiveness, being perfectionists, being shy or mellow, their loyalty and down-to-earth personality, being observant, and their hard work ethic. So I do get defensive about things that I'm very passionate about and things that I really believe in. I am a perfectionist for the most part. If things don't go the way that I want them to go in my mind, it causes me a huge amount of anxiety. I'm a pretty shy person. I like really, really small groups, and when I'm in a larger group, I tend to completely shut down. Like if someone's talking to me, I'll speak, but other than that, I'll just kind of sit there, I'll be polite. I've actually been knocked quite a few times for being this way, and just because I'm not this super outgoing individual. I am extremely loyal, and if anybody says anything bad about Jeff or Sebastian or any of my really close friends, I have no filter, and I will defend them until that person basically ends up despising me because I am defending them. I feel like I am pretty down to earth. I'm not really materialistic, I guess. I love, if you guys haven't noticed, I love graphic t-shirts. But I like dressy clothes either, but I love getting things on clearance, and I will talk about the clearance prices because I got a pair of, what was the brand? I got a pair of riding boots. I know it's a bigger brand. I don't remember what brand it was though, but I got them for only $20, and I was so happy to get them, and they're brand new too. But I'm also very observant, and so I think that is correct. And I do have a fairly hard work ethic when I'm in a job and when I really care about something. Like I became a manager for McDonald's within less than a year of working there. And by the time I left after 3 years, I was a department manager. And I started out working as an assistant manager at Box Lunch, and then I was already planning on leaving because I was pregnant, but and I had already put my notice in, but they made me a temp store manager for the last couple months that I was working there. Now, Virgo's personality, they are practical and responsible. They tend to enjoy helping others. They can be overcritical and have a hard time relaxing, subtle in their actions, and notices and remembers everything. Hates being teased unless they started it first, is almost always quick and alert. So I don't know if I'm really practical. I do really enjoy helping others, especially when it comes to animals and just feeling useful, I guess. I'm super overcritical of myself, which I think is a very common thing, and I do have a really hard time relaxing. I do remember like everything. Maybe not like reading everything, but every little thing. Like I like to ask people their interests, and for example, so when Jeff and I first started dating, and I asked him these things before we were actually in a relationship. So we were like dating, we were hanging out, but we weren't like dating. And I asked him what his favorite type of Mustang was. And then we were talking a little bit longer. Then I asked him his favorite color. And I then got him a little like a green light die cast car of that. And then he was randomly talking, and he was talking about like the things that you put on the back of sunglasses so they don't like go, so you don't lose them, and for his jet ski. And it was just a random conversation, so I went and I found ones that float, and he was just blown away because he's like, I mentioned this one time. So I really pay attention to detail. So this is like a Virgo thought, and it's, I know I should probably hold my tongue right now and keep quiet, but I feel violated, so that's not going to happen. And that is very true. Unless I'm super close to a person where I feel like I can like discuss my feelings, I let a lot like kind of like build up inside of me. So I let a lot that's like hurting me and bothering me build up. But when I feel very violated, and especially like I said, when it's somebody that I care about, that I feel like they're being violated to me, I get very defensive. I will stand up for myself, and I do not care. So another thing, Virgo takes everything to heart. So be careful what you say to them. I am completely like this. I do take everything very personally. And I know that's not a great thing. I've always done it. I have gotten better with it, but it is something that I still need to work on because I do it all of the time. Virgos are shy, like we discussed before, but if you get them on a topic they are interested in, be prepared for a long conversation. So I know my sister, so it's not like I'm really shy with her. But she had called me and just to ask me about Hades, like what god is Hades? And all she wanted was what he was the god of, so he's the god of hell. I went on a huge rant. Not rant, but like I went on a huge thing about like him and Persephone and like what his symbol is and what in his magical helmet and Cerberus, and her response was, I just needed to know what god he was. If someone brings up anything like fairies or anything mythology based or paranormal based, I can talk literally for like hours about it, and my eyes will light up and I'll just get super excited. So another thing is a Virgo will never ignore you. They're just waiting to see if you will make an effort. So that is exactly how I am. If I feel violated or hurt, like tremendously hurt by something, I will wait for the other person to make that effort. I won't make it. Because I used to be like that a lot, where, and I still, like, I have a sense of guilt over everything, whether I'm in the wrong or not. But if someone, like, hurt me, I would be the first to apologize because I wouldn't want it to affect that relationship. And I've come to realize that I don't have to apologize for everything, and everything is not my fault. So I will wait for that other person to respond. And we noticed that, like, a lot of times, like, if that person isn't going to put in that effort, especially when they were the ones that hurt you so much, then they're not worth being in your life. They're just not. Now, another one, and this one actually has a pretty cool picture, so I'm going to insert it. Virgos don't care to do what everyone else is doing. Fitting in is not on their priority list. Now, I think that this is so true. I feel like pretty different. I'm not sarcastic. Like, a lot of the Virgo things say they're very sarcastic. I'm not sarcastic. I'm very serious. And my interests and my beliefs have always, for the most part, stayed the same, despite what other people think. A Virgo can be both introverted and sociable, which is completely true. Like I said, I can talk to people, but I am a huge introvert. So it depends mainly on their environment. Most warm up to people rather quickly, and this is when you can see their personality shine through. Whether a Virgo wants to chat with you a lot of times also depends simply on if they want to or not. Which is true. If you get like that vibe, like just like yeah, I'm putting way too much effort into this conversation, you're not really going to continue putting that effort in. So Virgo traits. You are brainy, analytical, serious, competent, scrupulous, sensible, modest, logical, tidy, organized, clean, diligent, honest, reserved, helpful, and a perfectionist. So I analyze everything, absolutely everything. I hear so much from Jeff, like how I pick things apart, like, and not even just like physically, but mentally. Like, I will dissect a sentence, or I'll dissect a song. But you can also be irritating, petty, anxious, cold, repressed, caustic, fussy, and skeptical. So then this is another one that I think is very true. Everybody calls a Virgo crazy when they see their angry side, because they're usually so cool and nice to be around. And like I was saying before, Virgos, especially me, usually repress, especially when it's somebody that they're not really around a lot, they're not super comfortable with. They usually repress all of their feelings, all of their anger, all of their hurt, and then when they get triggered, they explode. And then that person basically looks at them and was like, oh, well, you were just being fake, and that's not the point. Like, you don't just like drama, you are hurt, and that's what that person needs to see. So things Virgos love and appreciates. Oh, and if you guys haven't, I'm wearing haven't noticed, I'm wearing an astrology shirt. Virgo, the word is right here. And my little headband has stars on it. But things Virgo loves and appreciates. So office supplies, yes, absolutely. I love office supplies. If you guys have seen there's a few videos where I talk about like loving office supplies and notebooks and stuff. Efficient use of time, being appreciated. Everybody loves to feel appreciated, so that's no different. Attention to detail, one-on-one time with friends, when people come to ask them for advice. I love being asked for advice. I love helping people, and knowing their presence matters. And I think this is a huge one, especially for me, is just knowing that I matter. Things that annoy and makes Virgo mad. So bad hygiene, group projects, victim complexes. So I hate that. I hate when someone tries, like, someone hurt you and then they try to turn it around and like, oh, well, my life is oh so bad. And like, because everybody has bad things in their life. Everybody. The point isn't about that. The point is that you hurt that person. Over dramatic people. When people move their stuff, I guess it depends on the person for me. People who are loud for no real reason. And people who sugarcoat the truth. I can't stand people lying to me. Even if it's just not telling me, I still kind of, depending on the person, obviously, because not everybody has to tell me everything. But if Jeff didn't tell me something, which he does, so don't take it like that. But if he didn't tell me something, I would view it the same as lying. In a relationship, the way I view relationships is that you have to share everything. Like you and the other person are one soul. And like you just tell each other everything. You have no secrets because that is your life partner. So lying is something that I will not tolerate ever. A Virgo will either tell you exactly what they think or stay silent. I completely agree with this one. So Virgos take relationships seriously, which I completely agree with that one. Virgos try to give people the benefit of the doubt when most of the time they don't deserve it. And I am known for giving people way too many chances. Anybody that's really close to me knows that. And I end up hurt so much because of it. And I'm basically getting to the point now that if someone's trying with me, then I'll accept that. But I'm not going to continuously make an effort when the other person's not. If they don't really like you, some Virgos will avoid conversation but still be polite, and some will look past you like you don't exist. I have done that before because of just like simply not liking somebody. Virgos have very high standards, which I do agree with that one. So Virgos also have a strong mentality, tends to hold feelings inside. They're straight up honest. I completely agree with that. Their mind will always be 10 steps ahead of yours, and I think it's just because we think so much. Very tolerant, except for liars. Professional at reading people's true intentions. Immune to stupid remarks, which I think, like, not always. Sometimes they actually irritate me a lot, but a lot of times I'll just roll my eyes or do, like, an awkward chuckle. Virgos are sympathetic. They are organized. Virgos worry too much about every personal imperfection, and I do agree with this one. I'm very critical, especially when it comes to myself. Virgos had a deep fear that he or she cannot be good enough for a partner, and I do agree with that one as well. Virgos usually know when something is wrong. They can sense it in their stomach. And if there is one that I completely agree with, which I mean, I do agree with a lot of these, but if there is one that completely stands out in regards to me, it's definitely this one. Anytime something bad is going to happen, I feel really nauseous and my stomach will start hurting a lot. And then within an hour after that's happened, or even a couple hours, the really bad thing happens. And it's crazy because it happens every single time. So that was the last one. As you can see, I do agree with most of them. I don't agree with, obviously these are different person to person. Not all of these might have fit you if you're a Virgo. Most of these, if not the majority of them, did fit me. I'm not super sarcastic, so that's the one that really doesn't. But I do analyze everything. I am super loyal. I do get very defensive, especially when it comes to my loved ones. And I am highly critical of myself. So if you guys liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you are a Virgo and any of these are you, comment down below. And if you would like me to do your zodiac sign, definitely comment your zodiac sign below and hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button as well. It would mean so much to me. You guys, we hit 800 subscribers, and I am so thankful for all of you guys. And my first goal is 1,000, so hopefully we can reach that soon. I couldn't have done any of this without you, and you guys have no idea how much you mean to me. I don't even think I could put how much you mean to me into words. But I love each and every one of you. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.